Welcome back. Right now, we are going to learn how to customize record details with page layouts. So, what are we going to customize? We are going to customize the record details, okay? There's a lot of things you can customize with the page layouts, but this particular course, we are going to focus on record details. How you can customize the record details. Okay, let's dig in. We are going to launch our playground. I'm going to open that on a new tab and launch it there. So to give you an example, I'm going to go ahead and open our students example here, right? So we have a student here, Rebecca. So here you can see the details of the record, the student Rebecca S. Okay, you can see the teacher, the grade. So the top part here, it's called the highlight panel, the highlights of the record. So we are not going to customize this part, but we are going to customize the detail part of the record. So this particular section, you can change around. You can add more information, more fields onto the details, and you can move them around, how you can customize them. And we're going to focus on this part. Also, you can see the related list here, right? We've touched this in the previous courses when you saw how we add more columns here, so we can see more information, the grade, the class, the score. Okay, so let's customize these two section of the record details. Okay, so to do that, while you are on the record page, you can click here, the gear icon, and hit edit page. That's one way to do it. Okay, let's pop this up on a new tab. So I click that on a new tab. So we see the student record page, right? Student record page. And then to edit this part, you click on this. And you will see assign page layout is the student layout, the previewed one. What is previewed mean? Previewed mean what you are actually seeing right now here. This is the student layout. How would you know? Because it says previewed here. Student layout is being previewed. So it's actually being used right now, what we are seeing over here. Okay, so let's say we want to add more fields or change things around if we don't have more fields to play with. So I'm going to click on the student layout here, and it goes here, right? So basically you can also go to the same section from setup. Okay, so if I close this, don't be confused with me switching around. I just want to show you how you can go to the same section to edit the page layout. You can also, I'm going to close this, okay? Don't be confused. I'm going to close this. I'm going to leave that. So you can also go to the page layout section from setup. So instead of clicking edit page from anywhere on Salesforce, you can go from setup, pop this up, right? From setup, and then you go to object manager and search for your object, which is student. And here, and then go to page layout, student layout, right? So once you're here, you just hit edit here. and you will go to the same page. And here you will see there's a few things you can customize. All right, but it's covered with different courses for each of these. So right now we're going to focus on fields and related lists, how you can customize that. Which are the fields? If I go back here, this is the fields: student name, birth date, grade, teacher, and so forth. Those are the fields. This is the related list, right? You can also customize this, add more list, or add or remove columns, what you can see over here. That's the related list. All right, so if I go back here, actually here, let's see the fields. We are actually running out of fields, right? Because we already used all the fields we can use. We already dragged everything here. So as you can see, student name is on the left, birth date, grade, teacher is on the left, and the right is kind of lonely. It's empty here, right? So let's tidy up a bit. If you go here and you see everything is on the left, right? Let's move what? Grade and teacher, or maybe let's move these two part on the right, created by and last modified by, on the right here. All right, so we have more information on the right and it's not so cluttered like that. So let's change that. If I scroll here, you see here there's a section as well, system information. So I'm going to drag this to the right, created by. You can drag this with your mouse. All right, and I'm going to take this out. What is this? This is a section. What is a section? A section is the separation, and you can add the title of a section, okay? Or we can give you an example as well for that. Let me think. Yeah, so if I take this out for now, yes, that's okay. It says it's a system added section, so be careful when removing it, but we're fine with that for now. So the student name, birth date, grade, teacher, what else? So let me give you an example. If I add a section, which is here, a section, right? It's going to divide, and then you can title the section. So the section will have its own title. Let's say it. There's name, birth date, grade, teacher. Student address, maybe. For example, I want to put student address as the title, but we don't have the field for this yet, and I want to make it just one column. Okay, so this is just to give you an example. So student address. Okay, so if I quick save this, so once you save this, remember from the previous course, sometimes it doesn't instantly reflect on here when you refresh. It takes a few seconds. Oh, but in this case it's pretty quick. See, now it's tidy up like that, but you don't see the student address part because there is no field under that, right? So let's add a new field called address. Okay, to do that, where do we go? I'm going to go back here, which is on the object manager, and I'm going to go fields and relationships. I'm going to add new, and text. Okay, I'm going to pause this and add a few fields and come back to you. Okay, right back. So I have added a few new fields. You have zip code here, street address, and then county, city, and that's pretty much it for this example. Now, if I go back to my page layouts, I should have more fields. Student layout, and edit that. Now you see we have 3 new fields, right? We have zip code, street address, city, right? What happened to the county? Okay, that's fine. I think I didn't make it visible, or the access to for the profile. This for this example, we can just use street address. I'm going to bring this over here, and city. Oh, the county is over here. See, city, county, and zip code of the student. Now if I quick save this and I refresh Rebecca here, there you have it. It's still blank, right? We can put this in test street, and leave that, I don't know, the county, and save that. So there you have it. So this is the section and the fields you can put there, right? Now next is the related list here. How can we customize this? If I go back here to the page layout and you choose related list here, right? And you can see we have the student report card here. How come these two are not showing on Rebecca? Because there is no records, there is no information for the activities or the history. Okay, that's why there is no information and it's not showing. So for example, for the student report card, it's showing report card name here, and the grade, the class, and the score, right? Same thing, right? Report card name, grade, class, score. So we can change that around. So if I click you can move it around. Like if I want to know the class first, right? The class is on the top, and then the grade here, and then quick save. Okay, and quick save. If I refresh, now the class is going to be on the first column there. Go back here. See, the class is on the first column. And you can add or remove column there as well. Let's do some. If I add it here again, and I'm going to add who created the report card, right? When is the created date? And if I hit OK and save again, quick save. What is the difference between quick save and save? If you hit save, it's going to save the whole page layout and take you out of it. If you quick save, it's going to stay here so you can keep editing. For example, if I hit save, it's going to get out. See? Now, oops, I can't continue editing unless I click this again. But if you quick save, it's going to stay here. All right. So I'm going to refresh Rebecca again here. And you can see if I go to related list, not yet. So it takes a few seconds. Aha. Okay. So you know what's going on? Because there were too many columns. Now you see, right? Created by, created date, class, grade, right? But if I edit this again and I go to the related list here and report card here, there is so many columns because there is too many. Salesforce is smart enough to truncate or cut out the last ones. Otherwise, this will be very crowded. It won't fit. Simply because it won't fit, Salesforce cut it out for you. So when you view all, then you can see everything. So keep that in mind, okay? I was thrown off a bit because usually I put just enough information, not everything, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns, but just 3 columns or 4 columns, because there were too many columns we put here, right? Therefore, it's showing only the first few columns that make it visible, and it's showing good enough and clean enough on here. So you understand what happened, right? So basically it's showing because it's too much column, it's cutting out the rest, so you can actually still view it nicely and not cluttered and not very crowded. Okay, so that's record details. Let's go here. So we've talked about page layout. That's what we're focused on today. Related tab, which we just discussed, and the details tab here, with which we just add and remove fields. And we have customized the fields. This is what we saw. We add fields from there, dragging it there, right? And that's pretty much it. So we can create a new page layout, right? You want to do that together? I think I'm going to let you do it. This is very simple, right? From setup, and just follow this step and create a new page layout. So let's do the quiz together, and then you have to assign it to the profiles. What does that do? What does it mean to assign a page layout to profiles? Because when you create a page layout, like for example here, you can assign how this look to a particular profile. For example, you want teachers to see a student record like this. But if it's the student who are logging in, you want to give them different information on the page layout. You can do that by assigning the page layout to a profile. But since on our example we don't have a student profile and a teacher profile yet, I'm going to skip that in this particular course. But when we are talking about profiles later on, we will definitely going to do that, okay? So I'm going to ask you to please do the challenge or do the steps here yourselves, and let me know if you have any questions. Let's do the quiz, okay? With the page layout, what can you control? You can control whether a user sees related or details page, yes. The fields that display in the highlight panel, not really. Which fields list links and buttons a user see on related details and edit pages. Yeah, this is the one, right? No, you can't do that. So that's the answer. When you modify page layouts, you can change whether a field is required, yes. Change the order of the fields, yes. Assign custom page layout, yes. And this is also yes. So all of the above. Where do the fields and sections from a page layout appear? When you view a Lightning record page. In the details, right? Details tab. Fields and section. What is that? Fields and section? This one, right? Section. This is a section. See, you can collapse it. That's a section. This is the fields. So where does that show? Under the details. Oops, I keep switching. Am I confusing you? I'm just gonna show under the details tab here. So that's the answer, and check the quiz. There we go. I'll see you on the next unit.